Disrespect is an inevitable part of life, often leaving us feeling upset, frustrated, or even angry. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism provides a wealth of insights into managing such situations with wisdom, grace, and emotional resilience. This guide will explore 10 practical Stoic principles in depth, offering a comprehensive understanding of how to cope with disrespect effectively. By embracing these principles, we can cultivate inner strength, maintain composure, and respond in alignment with our values and virtues. 1. Keep your calm. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism is that our emotional state is not determined by external events, but by our interpretation of those events. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this idea when he said, "People are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them." This principle underscores the importance of maintaining emotional equilibrium in the face of disrespect. Understanding the principle. Disrespect, whether it comes in the form of rude comments, dismissive behavior, or outright hostility, is not inherently harmful. It is our perception and judgment of these actions that cause us to feel hurt or angry. By recognizing that disrespect is a reflection of the other person's thoughts, feelings, and opinions rather than our true worth, we can remain calm and unaffected. Historical context. Epictetus, who lived from 55 to 135 AD, was a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. His teachings, compiled in the Enchiridion and Discourses, emphasize the importance of controlling our thoughts and emotions. Epictetus believed that true freedom comes from mastering our internal reactions to external events, a concept central to Stoic philosophy. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to acknowledge that the other person's behavior is a product of their own internal state. Remind yourself that their actions do not define your value or worth. This mental shift can help you stay composed and prevent the disrespect from affecting your emotional state. Example: imagine you are giving a presentation at work and a colleague interrupts you with a dismissive comment. Instead of feeling hurt or angry, pause and remind yourself that their behavior reflects their own insecurities or stress, not your competence. This perspective allows you to continue your presentation with confidence and composure. Deep dive. The idea of keeping calm in the face of adversity is not just about suppressing emotions, but about understanding their root cause. By analyzing our reactions, we can identify patterns and triggers that lead to emotional distress. This self-awareness is the first step in cultivating emotional resilience. Further reading. For a deeper understanding of this principle, consider reading Epictetus, Enchiridion, and Discourses. These works provide a comprehensive overview of Stoic teachings on emotional control and the importance of maintaining inner peace. 2. Reflect on yourself. The importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Self-reflection allows us to improve ourselves and our actions, leading to personal growth and wisdom. Understanding the principle. When faced with disrespect, it is crucial to reflect on ourselves and the situation objectively. Ask yourself questions such as, is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did I do or say anything that provoked this situation? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and virtues? Historical context. Marcus Aurelius, who reigned from 161 to 180 AD, is known for his personal writings, Meditations, which offer insights into Stoic philosophy and self-reflection. Aurelius believed that introspection and self-improvement are essential for living a virtuous life. Practical application. After experiencing disrespect, take time to reflect on the incident. Write down your thoughts and feelings and analyze your role in the situation. This process can help you gain a better understanding of your reactions and identify areas for improvement. Example: suppose a friend criticizes your decision-making skills. Instead of reacting defensively, reflect on their feedback. Consider whether there is any truth in their criticism and how you can improve your decision-making process. This introspection can lead to personal growth and stronger relationships. Deep dive. Self-reflection is not just about analyzing past events, but also about planning for future actions. By reflecting on our values and virtues, we can develop a clearer understanding of how we want to behave in various situations. This clarity can guide our responses and help us act in alignment with our principles. Further reading. For a more in-depth exploration of self-reflection, read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. This work provides a wealth of insights into the importance of introspection and self-improvement in Stoic philosophy. 3. Learn to pause. The value of pausing. Seneca, another influential Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-control and rationality. He wrote, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." Stoics believe that impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. Understanding the principle. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic approach encourages pausing before reacting. This pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and respond in a more measured and thoughtful manner. By resisting the impulse to react immediately, you can better align your response with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. Historical context. Seneca, who lived from 4 BCE to 65 AD, was a Roman Stoic philosopher known for his writings on ethics, anger management, and the pursuit of virtue. His works, such as On Anger and Letters from a Stoic, provide practical advice on controlling emotions and acting rationally. Practical application. When someone disrespects you, take a deep breath and count to 10. Use this time to collect your thoughts and consider your response carefully. This pause can help you avoid impulsive reactions and respond in a more constructive manner. Example: imagine you are in a heated argument with a family member who makes a disrespectful comment. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to pause and reflect on your emotions. This pause can help you respond calmly and rationally, preventing the argument from escalating further. Pausing is not just about delaying your reaction, but also about understanding the underlying emotions. By taking a moment to acknowledge and process your feelings, you can gain a better understanding of your emotional state and respond more effectively. For a more detailed exploration of the importance of pausing, read Seneca's On Anger and Letters from a Stoic. These works offer valuable insights into managing emotions and acting rationally in the face of adversity. 4. Have empathy. The power of empathy. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers emphasized the importance of understanding the motivations and emotions of others. Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity and that empathy can lead to better interactions and personal growth. Understanding the principle. When someone shows disrespect, practicing empathy can help you see the situation from a different angle. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you realize that the person's disrespect may not be personal or intentional, but rather a result of their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Historical context. Epictetus, as mentioned earlier, was a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher. His teachings on empathy and understanding reflect the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of compassion. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to consider the other person's perspective. Ask yourself what might be driving their behavior and how you can respond with kindness and respect. This empathetic approach can help you avoid taking their words or actions personally and respond in a more dignified manner. Example. Suppose a colleague makes a disrespectful comment during a meeting. Instead of getting angry, try to understand their perspective. Perhaps they are feeling stressed or insecure about their own performance. By empathizing with their situation, you can respond with kindness and support, fostering a more positive work environment. Deep dive. Empathy is not just about understanding the other person's perspective, but also about recognizing your own emotions and biases. By acknowledging your own feelings, you can respond more empathetically and avoid letting your emotions cloud your judgment. Further reading. For a more comprehensive understanding of empathy in Stoic philosophy, read Epictetus, Enchiridion, and Discourses. These works provide insights into the importance of compassion and understanding in human interactions. 5. Concentrate on virtue. The pursuit of virtue. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to develop virtues such as wisdom and courage. These qualities help us live well and act rightly. Seneca wrote that virtue is nothing else than right reason, meaning that being virtuous is the same as being rational and consistent with the natural order of things. Understanding the principle. When we face disrespect from others, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This does not mean ignoring or tolerating the disrespect, but rather responding in a way that reflects our Stoic values and principles. By concentrating on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and grow as a person. Historical context. Seneca, as previously mentioned, was a Roman Stoic philosopher known for his writings on ethics and virtue. His works, such as On the Happy Life and Letters from a Stoic, provide practical advice on cultivating virtue and living a virtuous life. Practical application. When someone disrespects you, reflect on your values and virtues. Ask yourself how you can respond in a way that aligns with your principles. This focus on virtue can help you maintain your composure and respond in a manner that reflects your true character. Example. Imagine you are volunteering at a community event and a participant makes a disrespectful comment about your efforts. Instead of reacting defensively, focus on the virtues of patience and kindness. Respond calmly and continue your work with dedication, demonstrating your commitment to your values. Deep dive. Concentrating on virtue is not just about responding to disrespect, but also about cultivating a virtuous life. By continually reflecting on your values and principles, you can develop a stronger sense of self and act in alignment with your beliefs in all aspects of your life. Further reading. For a more detailed exploration of virtue in Stoic philosophy, read Seneca's On the Happy Life and Letters from a Stoic. These works offer valuable insights into the importance of cultivating virtue and living a virtuous life. 6. Embrace acceptance. The Stoic dichotomy of control. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept the things that are not in our control, such as the disrespect of others. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means that we should be grateful for what we have and not worry about what we lack. Understanding the principle. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not, known as the Stoic dichotomy of control. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not the external events or the behavior of others. Therefore, when we face disrespect, we should not let it affect our inner peace. Instead, we should accept it as a part of life and focus on what we can do to improve ourselves and our situation. Historical context. Epictetus, as mentioned earlier, was a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher. His teachings on acceptance and the dichotomy of control reflect the Stoic belief in focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, remind yourself that you cannot control the other person's behavior. Focus on your own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and consider how you can respond in a way that aligns with your values and principles. This acceptance can help you maintain your composure and respond in a rational and calm manner. Example. Suppose a stranger makes a disrespectful comment to you on the street. Instead of getting angry, accept that you cannot control their behavior. Focus on your own response and choose to walk away calmly, maintaining your inner peace and dignity. Deep dive. Embracing acceptance is not just about accepting disrespect, but also about accepting all aspects of life that are beyond our control. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance, we can reduce unnecessary anger, frustration, and resentment, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Further reading. For a more comprehensive understanding of acceptance in Stoic philosophy, read Epictetus's Enchiridion and Discourses. These works provide insights into the importance of accepting what we cannot control and focusing on what we can. 7. Use humor. The value of humor. Seneca recognized the value of humor in coping with challenging situations. He wrote, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and act rationally, but it also acknowledges the role of humor in maintaining emotional balance. Understanding the principle. When someone disrespects you, using humor can help you keep your emotional balance and avoid getting too angry or annoyed. Instead of letting your emotions get the best of you, choose to respond with a witty remark or a playful joke. Humor can create a more positive and peaceful outcome, diffusing tension and promoting a lighter atmosphere. Historical context. Seneca, as mentioned earlier, was a Roman Stoic philosopher known for his writings on ethics and emotion management. His works, such as On the Happy Life and Letters from a Stoic, provide practical advice on using humor to cope with adversity. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, consider using humor to lighten the mood, make a playful joke, or a witty remark to diffuse the tension and promote a more positive interaction. However, ensure that your humor is appropriate and respectful, avoiding any offensive or hurtful comments. Example. Imagine you are at a social gathering and a friend makes a disrespectful comment about your fashion sense. Instead of getting angry, respond with a playful joke such as, "Well, at least I'm not wearing last season's trends." This humorous response can lighten the mood and prevent the situation from escalating. Deep dive. Using humor is not just about making jokes, but also about understanding the context and the other person's perspective. By considering the situation and the other person's feelings, you can use humor effectively to diffuse tension and promote a more positive interaction. Further reading. For a more detailed exploration of humor in Stoic philosophy, read Seneca's On the Happy Life and Letters from a Stoic. These works offer valuable insights into the role of humor in managing emotions and coping with adversity. 8. Set clear boundaries. The importance of boundaries. Stoicism is not about being a doormat. It's about being a rock that stands firm in the face of disrespect and injustice, a rock that knows its worth and demands respect from others, a rock that controls what it can and lets go of what it can't. Setting clear boundaries is essential for maintaining our dignity and self-respect. Understanding the principle. When someone disrespects you, you don't have to take it lying down. You don't have to lash out in anger either. You can be calm and assertive. You can tell them what they did wrong and how you expect them to treat you. Setting clear and reasonable boundaries protects your dignity and self-respect, ensuring that you maintain your inner control and outer dignity in any situation. Historical context. The concept of setting boundaries is not explicitly discussed in ancient Stoic texts, but it is implicit in the Stoic emphasis on self-respect and dignity. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of maintaining our inner control and outer dignity in the face of adversity. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, clearly communicate your boundaries. Explain what behavior is acceptable and what is not, and assert your expectations for respectful treatment. This assertive approach can help you maintain your dignity and self-respect while promoting a more respectful interaction. Example: suppose a colleague repeatedly interrupts you during meetings. Instead of getting angry, calmly explain that you expect to be heard without interruption. Set a clear boundary by stating, "I appreciate your input, but I would like to finish my thoughts before you respond." This assertive communication can help you maintain your dignity and promote a more respectful work environment. Deep dive. Setting boundaries is not just about communicating your expectations, but also about understanding your own limits and needs. By recognizing your own boundaries, you can better communicate them to others and ensure that your needs are met in a respectful and dignified manner. Further reading. For a more comprehensive understanding of setting boundaries in Stoic philosophy, read Epictetus's Enchiridion and Discourses, as well as Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. These works provide insights into the importance of maintaining our inner control and outer dignity in the face of adversity. 9. Choose forgiveness. The power of forgiveness. Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. Forgiveness is the key to inner peace and happiness. However, forgiveness is not easy. It does not mean forgetting or approving what happened, but rather choosing to release the negative emotions that are hurting you more than anyone else. Understanding the principle. When someone disrespects you, choosing to forgive can free you from the burden of anger and resentment. Forgiveness allows you to move on with a sense of inner peace and tranquility. Stoics say that we should forgive wisely, with compassion and justice. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't, we can choose to forgive and free ourselves from the emotional burden of disrespect. Historical context. The concept of forgiveness is not explicitly discussed in ancient Stoic texts, but it is implicit in the Stoic emphasis on inner peace and emotional control. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of letting go of negative emotions and maintaining our inner tranquility. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to reflect on the situation and consider forgiveness. Acknowledge your feelings of anger or resentment and choose to let them go. This act of forgiveness can help you move on with a sense of inner peace and tranquility, freeing you from the emotional burden of disrespect. Example: imagine a friend betrays your trust by sharing a personal secret. Instead of holding on to anger and resentment, choose to forgive. Acknowledge your feelings and decide to let them go, focusing on the positive aspects of your friendship and moving forward with a sense of inner peace. Deep dive. Forgiveness is not just about letting go of negative emotions, but also about understanding the other person's perspective and motivations. By empathizing with the other person and recognizing their humanity, you can forgive more easily and promote a more positive and compassionate interaction. Further reading. For a more comprehensive understanding of forgiveness in Stoic philosophy, read Epictetus's Enchiridion and Discourses, as well as Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. These works provide insights into the importance of letting go of negative emotions and maintaining our inner tranquility. 10. Change your perspective. The importance of perspective. Perspective is the ability to see things from a broader and more objective point of view. It helps you avoid overreacting or taking things personally when someone disrespects you. Instead, it helps you realize that disrespect is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Understanding the principle. When you use perspective, you can see that most cases of disrespect are minor and temporary. They do not affect your true worth or happiness. You can also see that disrespect is often a reflection of the other person's ignorance, insecurity, or weakness, not yours. By changing your perspective, you can choose to ignore it, forgive it, or learn from it rather than letting it bother you. Historical context. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This principle underscores the importance of perspective in shaping our reality and our emotional responses. By changing our perspective, we can cultivate a more positive and peaceful outlook on life. Practical application. When faced with disrespect, take a step back and consider the bigger picture. Ask yourself how this incident will matter in the grand scheme of things. This broader perspective can help you see the disrespect as a minor and temporary issue, allowing you to respond more calmly and rationally. Example: imagine you receive a disrespectful email from a colleague. Instead of getting angry, consider the bigger picture. Ask yourself how this email will matter in a week, a month, or a year. This broader perspective can help you see the disrespect as a minor issue, allowing you to respond calmly and professionally. Deep dive. Changing your perspective is not just about seeing the bigger picture, but also about understanding the other person's motivations and emotions. By empathizing with the other person and recognizing their humanity, you can respond more compassionately and promote a more positive interaction. Further reading. For a more comprehensive understanding of perspective in Stoic philosophy, read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. This work provides valuable insights into the importance of perspective in shaping our reality and our emotional responses. Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions, but managing them well. By applying these 10 principles, you can stay calm and strong when you face disrespect and rude behavior. Always remember that Stoicism is a philosophy of wisdom, virtue, and self-control. It teaches us to respond to challenges with grace and dignity, focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. By embracing these Stoic lessons, you can navigate the complexities of life with a steadier mind and a more resilient spirit. This comprehensive guide to handling disrespect through the lens of Stoicism offers a detailed exploration of 10 practical principles. By understanding and applying these principles, you can cultivate inner strength, maintain composure, and respond in alignment with your values and virtues. Whether you are facing disrespect at work, in your personal life, or in social interactions, these Stoic lessons can help you navigate challenging situations with wisdom, grace, and emotional resilience. To dive deeper into the world of Stoicism, be sure to subscribe to Stoic Self-Mastery for daily insights and practical tips. Like this video if you found it helpful. Share it with someone who could benefit from this wisdom. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and questions. Together, let's navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity.